Okay, so this is session something of the Fever Swamp. Before we begin officially, I would like to address the dwarf that isn't in the room. Slag is not able to join us again, so his character Bort, who in the previous session, where Slag also was not here, happened to roll all the bad diseases and is horribly sick. I'm going to say that for this session, Bort is incapacitated with illness in Canoe 6 with Silas. He is incapacitated to the point of uselessness.
That's fair enough.
If you pass by Mama's healing house, which was, I believe, the plan, Mama will take him for extended treatment and reconstruction. And when Slag is able to rejoin the campaign, he will make his recovery.
Did you tell him about the soul sickness thing?
I did tell him about that last week. I don't know if he actually remembered, but I did tell him about it. That Bort got all the sick, but then Slag announced he was going to bed right before it was time to get in the call, and so I must assume that Slag is not coming. I kind of knew this was we knew this was coming because like there was no day that really worked for everyone, and I knew if we kept it on Wednesday we were probably going to lose Slag because of his schedule. So this isn't really a surprise, but it is unfortunate. And unfortunately, changing the day would have meant losing at least somebody. So it could not be avoided. So, with that settled, does someone want to recap what happened last time other than Bort getting all sick?
Well, we did some mapping and began the long journey home. We were run off from the Corpse Hex by army of, we'll call them primitive cyborgs, and had to go around. And then we went around, and now we've almost gone around. We saw a giant pile of corpses again, which was unfortunate, but it seems like it's likely to be moving on.
Yes. So, okay.
Oh, other than the skeletons running at us.
Oh, right. I was going to make a map for that. I didn't.
We just have to use our imaginations.
Mine's broke.
Okay, so let me see here. Yes. How many skeletons? How many skeletons?
2.
That's how many the first die said. The other one said 4, so 6. So, you're looking up and you see this mound of flesh, and it's slowly moving its way south towards what you know from the map is the mushroom hex, but that your characters have no knowledge of there being a mushroom there because it's not actually that big, and I should have made it one of my secret notes instead of giving it a special hex symbol, but I didn't, so oops.
We're gonna go make friends with it.
Okay. You are welcome to try. But I mean, it's about to have a corpse pile on top of it. as the corpse pile is slowly ambling its way south. Around the corpse pile, though, undead rise from the swamp in all directions, and as you have gotten within line of sight, you see skeletons, ancient Nilfenbergian warriors rising from the muck, their bones coated in slime, their weapons rusted to near uselessness, but threatening tetanus as they amble towards you.
Oh no.
I guess we should shoot them with our ranged weapons.
That makes sense.
Yes.
I'll throw a. Let me clear out the old turn order. And okay, if you guys want to like throw up some turns, some initiatives. Grab a skeleton.
Oh no, don't burn my good roll on this.
Not giant skeletons, don't worry. Go. Skeleton to add a turn for him. Add turn. Roll 1d20 plus. I have a 2dex. 9. Okay. Bort's just going to take a nap. I think is everyone else in the order now then?
Well, I got 2 crits on initiative. It's bell curves.
Okay. This map is not just this is not a map. This is just so I can keep track of their hit points.
But how will I know when to use my pipes on them?
I fully expect you to kill them all before you need to use their pipes. To be honest. Where is my monster man? Oh, there it is. Okay, so, hey, whoever rolled initiative, go.
I guess.
Ixa, you're at the top of the thing. The skeletons
Yep,
are,
so-
they are, 23 feet away. The nearest one is, 33. 33 feet away. Skeleton stats. Ixa?
Maybe Telkin went to bed.
Maybe. Telgan? You can't stay connected. That's.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I
Yes.
can hear you now.
Okay. She can move to the front of the boat and throw a javelin in one turn, right?
Yes.
Just to move and attack. What was the weather like? Is she at disadvantage?
Let me just scroll up to my last
Clear
one.
skies.
Clear skies. Yeah, so you're at disadvantage for that.
Okay. Then she'll just throw a javelin at the nearest one. Yeah. Okay, pretty sure that's a miss.
Yeah, an 8's not gonna hit. So Kildrak.
They're all about 30 feet away.
Yeah, like just over 30 feet.
Sure. Just so that I can't do the thing. Yeah, I get it.
I
I'm gonna shoot it.
rolled a d20. I rolled a d20 plus 20 feet to the turn.
Okay. Okay. But anyways, I'm gonna throw a javelin as well.
Okay.
I figured that they're gonna probably get close next turn, so.
Mhm.
Hey.
Well,
I
hey,
see that hit.
that's gonna hit. All right, so you smash one of them, break off
I don't
like
even know.
its arm.
Sure. I
and-
just figured whatever one was closest to me.
yeah. You hit it, you nearly drop it, but not entirely. Gorander.
Nay.
So you have your choice of targets here. There are 6 skeletons. One of them has been damaged by Kildrak's javelin. The other 5 are undamaged, save for the ravages of time.
Alright. I claim an undamaged one as my Slayer's Prey,
Okay.
and I shoot an arrow at it.
Very good. You hit it with an arrow.
13 piercing.
Okay. You pierce one of them through the skull, and it drops to the swampy water, disappearing instantly. Silas.
Yep. So.
Gonna fire your
so,
fancy gun?
Right, yeah, instead of using a javelin, this is the time for the musket. And thankfully 40 feet is right at the beginning of the range band for it.
Nice.
Or it's 40 and then something.
So,
40, 120.
a 14 does totally hit.
Alright, good.
Wait, are you shooting at the damaged one or one of the undamaged ones?
Are they all at 40 feet?
They're all at, like, about the same. They're all under 40 feet.
Alright, then a damaged one.
Okay, the damaged one. So you shoot the one that Kildrak had javelin the arm off of. You blast off the other arm, and its teeth chatter, and it trips over itself and falls into the water and doesn't get up.
Okay, it's not going to do a Monty Python bit here.
Mm-hmm. Lucas.
Lucas will fire his crossbow. Is there an injured one left?
No, all the ones that have been damaged have been slain.
All right then.
A 15 hits. 6 damage. Alright, you have created a wounded one.
Wonderful.
Filsticker.
Laser, swamp rays.
Are you targeting the damaged one or one of the healthy ones?
I'm gonna go for a healthy one.
Okay.
Does an 11 hit?
An 11 does not hit. You do not actually go for a healthy one. Instead, you swamp the swamp. And 2
Father
swamps
Rot would
make
be
a swamp.
pleased.
Yes.
All energies return to the swamp.
Yes. The skeletons wade through the water. They're slower in the water than they are on the land, but they take dash action, so they can move 30 feet closer to the boats. They're now directly in front of Kildrak and Silas. Except for the one that lagged behind. Little do they realize this is the worst possible place for them to be.
It really is.
Ixa! Skeletons got closer.
Yeah, how close is the closest one?
Like 10 feet from you?
Still too far to hit with her sword, though, right?
Yeah, unless you like go and climb up all in Kildrak's square. Which, as a kobold, you could probably do, but he...
Nope.
Hmm?
Yeah, I don't know how much of this is actually going to.
None of that last bit.
It's amazing. I can move like 3 inches in one direction and it'll work or stop working. Anyway, they're still too far away to hit with their sword without getting out of the boat, right?
Right, yeah. She would have to, like, climb up and be, like, in this Kildrak's space, which, would not be optimal combat situation. for either of
Yeah,
them.
so she'll just throw another javelin at the closest one then.
Sure.
Think that's a miss again.
No, 14 hits.
Oh, okay.
They have got a 13 AC. Alright, and you drop the one that Lucas shot earlier.
Great.
Alright, Kildrak.
Okay, is it just one that's close enough for me to hit?
Yeah, just this one, just the one direct. Yeah, just one of them is there for you to hit. The other two are farther away.
Then I'm gonna be very predictable and whack it with my axe.
All
No,
right.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
All right. It's fine.
I'm gonna just kind of swing my axe around, I guess.
Quarandir.
Oh, since that one dropped, I guess I will claim another. There's a one that hasn't been hit yet, right?
I believe all three of these have not been hit yet.
Okay, well, I will claim a new one as as prey.
Okay, I would like you to tell me whether or not you're going to claim the one in front of Kildrak, the one in front of Silas, or the one in the back.
I'll take the one in the back.
That makes sense to me.
And loose.
All right. Well, 17's definitely going to hit.
15.
All right. Well, I hate to tell you this, but that one rolled pretty good on its hit points and had 16 hit points. But you put your arrow flies and strikes it in the eye socket and lodges into like the skull, but it's still just like still going. But very close. Silas.
Yep. So, I suppose having reloaded before the skeleton got up to him, he uses the musket again.
Okay. Bang. Should have loaded a sound effect for musket fire.
Yep. So that's a good hit.
All right. Yeah. So, you shoot that skeleton and blow off, hit him right in the sternum, shatter off a few ribs, but he's still coming at you with his sword. Lucas.
All right. Lucas will load up another bolt and shoot at one of the damaged ones.
Okay. Do you want to? Okay, well that's a hit. Do you want to hit the one that Silas just shot, or the one that Quarandir just shot?
Probably the one on Silas, since I don't know which
Okay.
one the one Corinder shot is, and if it's on someone, but the one on Silas is on someone.
Yes. Okay. Well, you dropped that one.
All right.
So it's coming at Silas shoots it square in the chest with its musket at point blank range. It should have dropped any normal man, but it's still coming at him. And before he can react, Lucas shoots it square in the face. I was aiming for the one behind it. I don't know, but it is dead. Filsterker.
Good.
Alright, he'll aim for the other injured one,
Okay,
just so that there are less attacks in the future.
that makes sense.
Does a 12 hit?
No, because of its armor. You swamp.
I'm gonna roll
you
a
swamp
13
bit of
next
its
and keep
already
feeling this out.
you swamp a bit of its already swampy armor. And the two skeletons close the rest of the way, and one will attack Kildrak with his nasty, nasty sword. I don't
No.
need to ask if a 7 hits.
No, it doesn't. It does not attack me.
And
It
the
might
other
attack the boat or something, but
the other one attacks Silas, and that's not gonna fly. So yes, skeletons not being very threatening. Ixa.
Okay. Were there any damaged ones now?
Yes, the one attacking Silas has an arrow sticking out of its skull. And for some reason didn't kill it.
Okay, so there's just the two left, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm
And
gonna
an
assume
entire corpse pile, like a mile over that way.
that he... Yeah. All right. Well, I guess she'll just attack the closest one again. I'm assuming that Silas finished the other one off. Another javelin. And 12 misses, right?
12 misses. Kildrak. Got a skeleton in front of you.
oh, let's see if I can manage to aim this time.
Good luck.
I can.
Okay. Damage.
7.
Alright. You about half killed it.
Well, we're getting there anyways.
A little more than half. Corinder. Your prey yet lives.
That is not good.
Can you fix that?
I believe so.
Give it a shot. Oh, you did.
Mm.
You did very hard. This one in order so it won't. I'll just put a big
Oh,
X on
Man, that was just a skeleton, not a boss or something. Good lord.
it. It was a skeleton with 1 hit point left.
That was kind of a waste there.
Yeah.
I was really upset. I didn't die the first time.
You shot the arrow that you had already shot into its eye socket, and in order to push that arrow the rest of the way through, and cause the skull to shatter. All right. So that's a dead skeleton. Silas, skeleton in front of you is
Yeah.
dead.
So shoot a different one is a good course of action. The one in front of Kildrak.
Yep.
Yeah. He's really getting a lot of use out of this musket.
Boom.
Aw.
Oh,
That's how it
You
goes.
You took 4/5 of its remaining hit points.
Well,
Something I won't complain.
let's see if Lucas can finish it off.
Yes. Yes, indeed, he do. That's a dead skeleton. Nice shooting, Lucas.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty good about himself after that battle.
Yes. So, you mop up this this pitiful skeleton attack in very short order. But you can see it's only about midday because you were traveling at a fast pace. Stopped because you were going to run right into the corpse pile. So it's only about midday. You've cleaned up this bit of skeletons, but if you look into the distance, you can see that there are more undead, like milling about the corpse pile. You know, continuing on your intended destination, we'll see many more undead encounters and eventually a mountain of undead. So you are forced to change direction.
I believe we were actually just gonna wait in this hex.
Right. So change direction or wait in this hex. Those are your options.
I mean, I imagine that we would like try to back off a little bit just so that we don't get swarmed, but yeah.
Right. So okay. So you back off a bit so that you're not like directly south. You'd probably go a little bit west, so that you're not so close to the pile, and you just watch it as it goes. You set up your camp early for the day, and you wait. Lucas, I want you to roll intelligence with proficiency.
9.
9. Well, I don't think this will be very hard for you, so I'm going to give you this much. As you're making camp, or you watch the corpse pile as it moves through the through the day, and it's far away, and you're kind of having to guesstimate its size, but you're trying to figure out like where it is in relation to you and how fast it's moving. And you realize that it's not going to it's moving at a rate of 1 hex every 2 days.
Mm.
So it will still be in its current hex tomorrow. And it will be the day after tomorrow that it actually is in its new destination.
Alright, so we have 20 water. There's 8 of us. So we can drink tomorrow, and we can drink the next day. That would have been enough that if tomorrow we were leaving from Mama's healing house, and the next day we were going to Clink. Let's consider our other options. Now, we know that we're leaving board at Mama's, so we can cut off 1 water that way. So we're down to consuming 23 water over the course of 3 days. We can't actually do this any faster than that, really, unless we divert into unmapped territory, which is an option, but we should figure out what would happen if we didn't first.
Well, so if we're going, are we going to be able to get water at Mama's house? I can't remember if she had any.
I don't believe that she did, but I don't think we asked either.
Well, okay, so if I remember the mechanic right, we can drink like a half ration and take only half some sort of like mitigated penalty?
If you drink a half ration, you, instead of taking an exhaustion level, you have to make a very hard Constitution save or take that exhaustion level. So basically, if you drink half, you might not suffer the effect.
Okay, well if it's as hard as you're implying,
It's a
making
15,
it sound like
so it's not
impossible,
it's
but
not
it's difficult.
impossible. Yeah, even
But it
a
is difficult.
normal person could do it, and if like Silas, who has incredible constitution and proficiency, probably okay.
Yeah, on average, I'd get it with a
Yeah.
+5 to con saves.
Right.
And I think Kildrak would come pretty close, but like Lucas would probably not.
But then he could roll a 20.
It's also not a huge. So I think if we were going to wait here, what our plan would look like is we would all drink today, and that would go through 8 of our 20, and we'd have 12 left. And then on the next 2 days, Karandir would get full water, and so there would be 10 to split between the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us. So then, like, if we're doing half rations, that's 7 over the course of those 2 days leaves one more person who could get, or 1 or 2 more people who get a full ration, depending on how things go with the initial saves. So it's not awful. Some of us would be exhausted by 1 when we arrive in Clink, but we could also just.
Sorry, did you also count the water skins that people might have on them? I'm
No.
assuming that they've told them.
I think we do have 1 or 2 days worth of water that way. That's true. Let's just go over our quick supply on that actually, because the exact number is going to matter. I have it's 2 water skins per day that we're supposed to drink. Lucas has 1 day's worth of water.
Kildrak has 2 water skins, so 1 day's worth.
Okay, brings us up to 22.
Yeah. Ixa has 2 as well.
23. Does 1 more person have water skins?
I only have 1.
Why would? All right.
Because in the book, I'm pretty sure it says 1 is a day's worth of water, because I don't understand why it would be any other way but that. Because what's the point of carrying half a day's worth of water with you?
Well, usually you can get water along the way while walking over land.
I have checked Bort, and Bort does not.
All right, so really then, we are looking for either 1 person who wants to take a half ration on 2 days, or 1 person who's going to arrive at Clink thirsty. That doesn't seem too bad. We should probably wait it out.
Yeah.
Do we have a volunteer to do one of those 2 things?
I think that Kildrak would probably be okay with it. And like mechanically, I think he would be a decent choice.
All right, I will leave it to your better judgment if you prefer 2 saves and risking being at 2 exhaustion, or if you prefer getting to Mama's and then having 1 exhaustion for sure when you arrive in Clink. Because 1 exhaustion isn't so bad.
Right, and does 1 exhaustion, will that like clear up after a long rest?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go that route then, and just take the guaranteed exhaustion on the last day.
All right, so that's the plan then. We are going to camp out here. We're going to go to Mama's. We're going to make for Clink, and 1 of us is going to rush into the bar as soon as we get there.
I mean, like, I was going to do that anyways, but...
Yes. All right. Yes. So the next day, sky is clear. And you're sitting around your little campsite, waiting for
So, I have a question.
Oh yes.
If I were to cast Identify on Jasmine's spell book, would I detect secret runes or explosive runes without activating them?
I don't know the official ruling, so I'm gonna have to make something up. I'd say yes.
All right, then I will spend a 2nd level spell slot today, and Arcane recover it later. or
Okay.
that night before we go to bed, and Arcane Recover it in the morning to our first level spell slot to do just that. Actually, I'll ritual cast it. It's even better. Because apparently I get to keep my pearl, which is nice.
Oh, that's very nice. Yes. So you you ritual cast it, and there is no explosive. There's no spells on her spellbook.
In that case, Lucas will spend the day flipping through it to see what she has.
Okay.
At least until we're attacked.
Right. Pull up Jasmine real quick. So I believe that in older editions, I know that there is like you have to make a spellcraft check or something in order to learn the spells of another.
As far as I'm aware, I just have to spend time and money in this edition. But if you want me to roll our Arcana checks, I will.
I'm not. No, I'll do it by the rules. I just don't know what those rules are. So, I suppose I can tell you what spells she knows, but in order to actually cast them, you'll have to take the time and the money in order to actually suss out the magical part of the spell as opposed to the name and description.
Yeah, you do have to take the time to decipher it. It takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold pieces per level of the spell.
Okay, so that's something that you'll have to do back in Clink.
It includes practicing. It's a long time thing, but I can at least get a list now. Lucas
Yes.
is just, reading it.
So I'll skip. So you won't obviously don't get any knowledge of her cantrips, but I will. I can. Do you want me to just read out the list to you, or do you want me to send
Sure.
it to you?
Either's fine.
Okay, I'll just read it out then. Her first level spells are Detect Magic, Magic Missile, Disguise Self, and Color Spray.
Okay.
Her second level spells are Ray of Enfeeblement, Mirror Image, Invisibility, Scorching Ray, which had a sound effect. No, I didn't. That was Ray of Frost cantrip. Never mind. Which I actually removed later. Never mind. And then, of course, her third level spells are Lightning Bolt, which you got to see firsthand, and Fear.
Oh, very nice. Should have cast that instead. It's a much better spell.
Yes, but it's much less flashy.
That's true. There's that real wow factor. The lightning bolt is scary.
Yes.
Fear is just hilarious.
Yes. She probably should have cast Fear as the second spell after the Die Paladin blast.
Yeah, it's probably killing the paladin was probably a smart plan on her part.
Yes. Anyway, yeah. So those are the spells that are in her spellbook, and all the ways in which Lucas has gained so much power in this quest.
He doesn't have enough money to copy any of them anymore.
Wow.
He spent it all on not dying.
Well, one day he'll have money. Maybe. I don't know.
You just have to not donate all that church paraphernalia.
That's not going to happen.
Just need to have a revelation on the way home. Maybe Primus was wrong.
So, during the day, everybody give me a perception check. DC is, I don't know, let's say, 9. Okay. So, you guys all see the most unstealthy, reanimated crocodiles. 3 of them. You can tell they're reanimated because their scales are all, their skin is all rotting off, and there's maggots living in their wounds, and their eyes are all wrong. There are 3 of them, and they're out there in the water nearby you. Clearly, these reanimated crocs just happen to follow the corpse pile.
Why can't
Well,
we
I
find
guess-
a living one while we're not being chased by still loggers?
I guess we should shoot them with our ranged weapons.
Nah, man, let's ride them.
I'm afraid of the maggots touching my thigh.
That's fair. Yeah, I guess let's shoot him then.
All right. Everybody with a ranged weapon or ranged mode of attack, do that for me. All right. Everyone who hit an AC 16 can put damage on that. Alright. So you all volley and outright obliterate one of the crocs, and the other 2 begin charging up towards the shore. They're now at the shore. You may now engage in either with either ranged weapons or melee weapons. They will be able to counterattack on after this round, however.
I feel like we should be saying words again.
No, Sala, this is the purest form of role playing. We've stripped out everything but the dice.
Real old school.
Yes.
Several
This is what
enemies
he's
approach. Use your attacks on them.
Well, you say that, but although we're not talking, we're showing a lot about our characters and how we do this, because we didn't have to fight these crocs. We probably could have just, moved a few feet to the other side of the island and they'd have swam on, or anything like that. We're just destroying undead for the sake of destroying undead. To have
our
more bodies to
campsite.
desiccate and burn.
Yes. We
Yes.
learned something from the paladin who died.
Yes. So,
We
yeah.
should go kill his corpse.
We did.
Oh wait, you got, yeah, okay, good. He's
So AC is still 16. So, yeah. Silas, you and Phil Sticker, horribly wound one of them. But being an undead monstrosity, it is not slain.
Oh no.
And the other one comes up and is fighting avoiding the strikes of Kildrak and Ixa. So the first croc tries to bite at Silas, as Silas is currently impaling it with a pike, most ineffectually. Does a 15 hit you?
I don't feel like it should, but it says my armor class is 13 for whatever reason.
Those are garbage.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right, though.
Remember, mine
What kind
was
of armor
lower.
are you wearing?
Mine was
It's-
lower than it should have been.
It's
So
not factoring in your Constitution. Don't you get to
Does
add
it
your
ever?
Constitution?
Barbarians do.
Yeah,
But,
it's a barbarian. He should be getting. He should have a 16 because he's got a +3 dex and a +3 con.
Yeah.
That's good.
So it shouldn't.
There should be a
An option in the Roll20 sheet.
yeah. I don't know where it is, but it should be on there. You'll just have to find it. But yeah, so your AC is actually a 16, so close, but your inherent superhuman toughness protects you. Let's see if Kildrak is so lucky. Does a 13 hit Kildrak?
I have a 13 AC.
Then yes, it does.
Oh no.
Someday I'll like get better armor.
That'd be cool. For now, though, you have 4 damage and an undead crocodile attached to your leg.
I don't like either of those things.
Keep in mind, if you don't get
Really?
the crocodile free of your leg or dead by its next turn, bad things will happen.
Really, it's not so bad being an amputee, Kildrak.
I don't
You
believe
hardly miss it, except I can't hit anything shooting with my left hand. But other than that, it's nuts.
Okay. So, I'm gonna be. It's still gonna be all of you guys, and then the Crocs, but I'm just gonna like go down the line here. So, unless you guys want to reroll initiative.
No, whatever.
whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, let's keep this initiative forever. It's nice.
Ixa. Kildrak's just been bitten by a croc that's in front of you. Or a zombie croc. What you gonna do?
I think I have a special ability that I want to use on it. Let me see. Yeah, so she'll use. Okay, it's undead, so she'll use Divine Smite on it. Actually, you don't get to matter if it's undead. Okay, and I will use Inspiration on the attack roll to hopefully hit it.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It didn't matter.
Okay.
Is Divine Smite, like, is that wasted if I miss, or is it only used if I trigger it after
Yeah,
it hit?
yeah. You can declare that you're using the Divine Smite after you hit. So you don't have to worry about wasting spell slots with it.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Oh well.
Kildrak.
Yeah, so I have a question
Yes.
before I do this thing. On my mobile flourish, which I will post to chat, it says that I can push an enemy as well as move. Will that destroy my leg in this case, or will I get it off?
Let's see. Let's see. Also, I think that you can't push something that is grappling you. Unless you first escape the grapple.
Okay.
That would be my instinctual answer. I will, however, quickly read the grapple condition and see if there's anything, because I have that page bookmarked. Let's see. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler or the grappling effect, such as when the creature is Removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler. Yeah.
Let's see. The Roll20
Ooh.
compendium specifies such as when a creature is hurled away by the Thunderwave spell.
Yes, but that's saying the.
I know, that's different.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's what I found.
As I understand it, some of this stuff is vague and situational. You would look at how the person's being grappled. Like, if you were being grappled by like an ooze, then the idea of pushing the ooze away makes a ton of sense with certain effects. If you're being grappled by something like a bear trap, pushing it off maybe less so. You're supposed to just figure out what makes sense in the scene and do it, as far as I can tell. But this is, just one designer's opinion. This is one of the things that people do complain about with 5 is that the GM is supposed to just make calls as you go on stuff like this. There is no exact rule on it, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Well, in that case,
Let me read Mobile Flourish real quick, and then I will make a ruling.
Sure.
Let's see. Okay, damage equals the number. You can also push the target up to 5 feet away from you, plus a number of feet equal to the number you roll on that die. You can then immediately use your reaction to move up to your... I think it's strange that the flourish involves pushing your opponent, but that is the mechanic.
yeah, I mean, I thought it was just moving myself, but when I read it,
Yeah. I will allow it if you hit with that.
right.
Your alternative would be to just do an opposed strength check, like athletics, an opposed athletics roll with the
Okay.
with the crocodile.
That might be the better option for me, honestly. Because it's a 16 AC, and I can hit that, but... I mean, I'm sure that they're pretty strong. I think I'll do the opposed athletics and just try to, like, pry its mouth off or something.
Okay.
Here it goes. Ah. God, I hope it rolls bad. Oh, I should have used inspiration. It wouldn't matter.
Yes.
Well, that's okay then.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it rolled pretty damn well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Quarandir. Quarandir, there are two undead crocs. One is about to take Kildrak's leg. What you gonna do?
Well, the one that's about to claim the leg is my prey.
Okay.
Slayer's prey.
Very good.
And I'm gonna shoot it with a bow.
All right.
Apparently not.
Double ones.
The hell, roll 20. Why do you hate my leg?
Well, you see, Creedor, it's not true random.
Yes.
It's semi-random.
So Silas, there's a croc snapping at you. You've got your pike in its spine. What you gonna do? Silas? Oh. Since I said be right back.
Let's talk about other stuff till he comes back.
Silas does nothing. Lucas.
I guess
The
Lucas,
bastard.
Lucas will also try to save the leg. We had already ruled that if I crush something with Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, the leg will be lost. So my best attack that I can use is my crossbow. It looks like a hit
Yeah.
for 6 more damage.
Unfortunately, that croc ain't been touched yet, so that ain't gonna take it out.
Well, I guess, Bill Sticker, you should probably use like a spell slot on that.
I'm gonna go stare at my spells.
What have you got anyway?
Hex, comprehend languages, fairy, fire, and suggestion. I think I should just shoot it with an Eldritch Blast.
You might as well hex it.
Well, that's true, but if I actually heard it with Eldritch... Well, let's see, can we tell how many hit points it has approximately? How many did we deal to the first one?
It doesn't really matter though, right? Because you get your hex back in an hour. Because you're a warlock.
Yeah, I do. I'm not worried about...
Overnight.
I'm not worried about shooting it. Yeah, I don't know where the crocodile goes. Does it go after we do? I'm trying to decide if I should
Yes,
hopefully
it goes after you.
hurt it. All right, I'm just thinking if I use the hex right now, then
You know hex.
I don't know how many
hex
hit
the bonus
points it
section?
oh, is it?
Yeah, bonus action. So you could hex it and blast it.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, great. Yeah, he hexes it.
All right.
The crocodile looks just a little bit more cursed.
Okay.
And he
You should
blasts-
disadvantage its strength, probably.
Oh yeah, that's right. That'll come in useful for once. Yes, its strength is disadvantaged,
Okay.
and I'm sure that I'll find out that those opposed tests don't count as ability checks somehow, because that
No,
was what I kept finding out
That-
before.
that will totally make it easier for Kildrak to escape.
Oh, okay, great. And I shoots it with an
Except that
electric
It won't
or
help
the.
him against the death roll because that's a strength save from Kildrak. But
Oh, yeah. Whatever. I shoot it with an eldritch blast. Maybe that'll do something.
okay. Hey, you hit.
16 gets her. Yeah.
Well, okay, so that one's taken.
Plus 1d6.
Oh, plus 1d6.
Of necrotic damage. The undead hate necrotic damage.
So that's 18, 19, 20 damage total on that croc. I should actually roll its hit dice. Oh. You hex it and blast it, and it burns with eldritch swamp fire.
Bumpy. Yeah. Turns into UFO.
And then it begins to spit, and then it begins to roll, knocking Kildrak over, and dealing 3 damage to Kildrak.
Kildrak, no!
And Kildrak needs to make a strength save, DC 12.
Hmm. Well, I hope I roll better than, all of us have been.
Yes.
Why the fuck didn't I always forget about fucking inspiration.
Yeah,
I'm
you'll
right there with
remember it
ya.
when you don't need it anymore.
And Kildrak's leg is removed from his body as he is now prone in the mud.
Ow.
You wanna
I'm
roleplay
imagining
it.
that,
Scream like your
there-
leg's been torn off.
I'm imagining that there's a lot more sound coming from Kildrak than Ow.
There probably is, yes.
yes. Yes. The other croc tries to bite Silas.
That does hit.
Yes. So Silas takes 6 damage and joins the having a crocodile on your leg club.
I don't want to be part of that club.
You already were, and now you are again. Also, your health bar disappeared.
Yeah, there. It should be at 31 out of 37. 6 damage. I thought I could type like 37 -6 on the character page, and it doesn't work the same way as the health bubbles there.
Alright. So, Ixa. Kildrak is, on the ground, bleeding from his stump leg. The, Undead Croc is, like, on fire with swampness. And swallowing Kildrak's leg.
Save the leg.
Yeah, okay. The crocodile technique is like at the point where it's just if we hit it enough, it'll just die, right? Like it's at 0.
It has
health.
exactly 1 hit point left.
Shit.
Okay.
Keeps happening.
Okay, I'm going to trust that the others can finish that one off before it becomes a problem. So she'll attack the one that just took Kildrak, his
Yeah.
leg.
Yes.
Okay, then she'll attack it, and if she hits, she'll use Divine Smite on it. Nope.
The dice hate you, don't they?
They really do. This has not been a good day.
Kildrak, this has been a much worse day for you.
I got a feeling he's just kind of writhing on the ground, but
Yeah.
like I actually don't know how this works.
Well, you basically can't do anything more than crawl, unless you get like some sort of crutch. So right now you basically have like a speed of 5, you know, for, like crawling around. You're certainly filled with adrenaline though, so if you want to smack it with your axe, while you're sitting there, I'll allow it.
Yeah, sure.
Probably disadvantage.
Yeah, that makes sense. Jesus.
Yeah. Also, you can't stand up, so you have disadvantage for that reason. So, yeah. So still fighting through it with adrenaline. You'd like swing your axe, but you can't really get like a good hit through its tough skin. Corandir, you were too slow.
Yeah, too slow. Yeah.
His leg's gone.
Mm.
It's fine. He's a dwarf. He can build a new one.
He doesn't seem much like a forger to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure how true that is.
We gotta go to a butcher for that.
Maybe Mama can sew your old leg back on.
We got magic, that might work.
Yeah. We still had one left though. One gator left.
2.
2.
One is at 1 hit point and is currently eating Kildrak's leg, and the other one is about to chow down on Silas's leg.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to shoot at the one that's Silas's leg's about to get consumed.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Silas's leg is still attached, but has a croc attached to it.
Guess I'll shoot that one.
That would be the best decision. Unfortunately, a 14 does not hit these things. Your arrow plinks off of its hard scales. Silas, there's a croc on your leg. You probably
Yeah.
want to do something about that.
Yeah.
I mean, don't let me tell you what to do, but, I would do something about that. How do you want to approach this problem?
Uh, let me see. I'm gonna uh, try and find a creative solution to this, I think. See, he has a pint of oil for his lantern. I figure if he can grab that and maybe put it in the crocodile's mouth. Wait, no, these are undead ones, aren't they?
Yes.
Afraid so.
Yeah, never mind. That's not gonna be a helpful idea then. Alright, instead, just choking up on his pike, he's gonna stab it.
Okay. That's a hit. 7. Okay, so this one's had... That one had taken that much. Shit. You did exactly enough damage to kill it.
Yes.
I will let you describe that then.
Alright, so I think he stabs into its mouth, like around his leg, to try and get it off, and when he pulls it out, it just kind of shakes off the huge crocodile from its probably still bleeding leg, but at least it's attached.
Alright. Lucas.
Wait, finally, gonna use the bonus action to rage, because,
Okay.
Lucas shoots the crocodile.
There you go.
He hits a scale or something.
Yes. His crossbow, the bolt strikes it, but doesn't penetrate it very deeply.
And this fight has
Uh.
put Lucas's self-expectations back to the reasonable.
And Silas is surrounded by ghosts.
Oh no, I've got to kill those ghosts and save Silas.
But you can't move your hex until you finished off the crocodile.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Right, I can't hex those ghosts until I've killed this croc. Okay, I shoot more eldritch energy, or swamp energy at this crocodile. It's not eldritch at all, it's all swamp.
Right.
Damn, I hit a ghost.
The ghosts are nowhere near it. You'd be more likely to hit Kildrak. But you
Oh, okay.
I don't need any swamp.
Yes. He's having quite enough
Okay.
swamp in his stump leg right now.
I could block off his wounds with mushrooms.
You could. I have a feeling that would not be for the betterment of his health.
Mushrooms and moss and biofilms.
So Ixa, you gonna finish off this this zombie croc?
Probably not, but I will try.
Somebody's got to roll good.
That's a miss.
Yeah, that's not gonna be you. Kildrak, you're dying.
Jesus.
Yeah, on the crocodile's turn, it's completely swallowed Kildrak's leg.
Cool. It's undead though, so I can probably cut it open.
Yeah.
Jeez. I guess I'm gonna hit it. Try to hit it again.
Yep.
If I can.
You can. You have disadvantage, but you can.
Nope.
Not with disadvantage. Borndir, come and end this ridiculousness.
Death to Croc. Said death to the croc.
Need to roll for that.
Oh, there it goes.
Ah, there we go. Death to Croc indeed. It's got 1 hit point left. You shoot it in the eye. And it slumps over. So Kildrak's still on the ground, bleeding out of his stump leg.
We're busy
Eh,
celebrating.
Da 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 da.
So
Get
the
up,
whole
Kildrak.
the whole cutting open the crocodile, fetching the leg, holding it in place, and pouring a healing potion over it, was that wishful thinking, or was that actually like a legitimate plan?
That's wishful thinking.
All right. In that case, Lucas is gonna come and offer him a potion.
It's not you like you got cut off there.
Lucas is gonna come offer him a potion. Hand him a little one, reach from his pour it on his belt and offer it.
Yeah. He's gonna take it.
And it'll stop the bleeding at least. But Lucas doesn't really say anything. He doesn't really know what to say. His thoughts are largely focused around how he needs to learn a spell to make sure that it doesn't happen to him, and also wondering if there's
Lucas's
anything
leg
he could do.
fortification. Now, make it generalized. Lucas's limb.
Well, the spell in question is going to be Misty Step, but
Lost proficiency.
yeah, he'll take the bottle back and pat Kildrak's shoulder as reassuringly as he could manage.
So, one of the undead crocs is like out in the swamp and is probably like sunk or something by now, or is floating belly up. I don't know. But the other two are on the shore. So what are you going to do with their bodies? Are you going to cut the one open and retrieve Kildrak's leg?
Obviously. We need his boot back.
All right. So Filsticker, as you're cutting open the crocodile, as you cut open its gullet, and its the insides of its stomach pour out, including several undead fish, which flop about maliciously, unable to do anything of meaning. And you, of course, pull out Kildrak's leg. It has, teeth wounds all in it, but it is mostly intact, aside from being, torn off of him. You're now holding Kildrak's leg, Filsticker.
Alright. I guess I'll put it in my backpack. No, he checks it in the boat.
Lucas,
Roll perception, Filsticker.
we should probably not keep that for a variety of reasons.
Just a second, I'm percepting.
Nothing, never mind.
Alright.
It's probably going to come alive and kick you in your sleep. We should see to a more proper end to it, along with all of this.
I guess that makes sense. Filsticker pulls Kildrak's boot and sock and whatever else is in that leg off. stick the sock in the boot and give the boot to Kildrak.
Does Kildrak object to his old leg being burnt up?
Yes, but I also imagine that he's somewhat in shock.
Well, he's got some time. It takes Lucas a little while to dry out all of these things enough to burn them. So he'll do your leg last while there's some chat and discussion.
Well, I could
But
just
yeah,
Eldritch
like-
blast it into oblivion.
But yeah, I mean, I think that he actually does have hope that Mama would be able to do something about it.
Does anyone know Gentle Repose?
Not I.
No, I
Uh,
don't have that sort of magic.
Do we have like a container we can stuff the leg in? Oh wait, we've got rope. Let's just tie the leg to a.
Oh, we have a chest for that actually.
Alright, let's stuff it in a chest. I was gonna suggest we like tie it to the bottom of one of our canoe seats with some rope or something. But that works too.
Also, Kildrak is officially off skipping water duty. We are now nominating Sloan for skipping water duty, whether he likes it or not.
Yeah, Kildrak just lost some water.
Sloan begrudgingly accepts this.
Alright, so we stick Kildrak's leg in the chest.
Okay.
You'll be safe here.
So, a day goes by. You gain the benefits of a short rest. Kildrak, how you feeling? How you feeling, buddy?
Like shit.
Yeah. That was your favorite leg, wasn't it?
Damn right. They both are though, so you know. But yeah, just like bitter and shitty and kind of just sitting there staring.
So I know he hopes that Mama will be able to do something. What's his
I
plan
mean,
if she can't?
Um,
Or is he even willing to like consider that at this point?
Dwarf Iron Man, duh. No, I don't think he's like even thinking that far right now. But I mean, like realistically, if she can't, which I don't honestly expect she can, because by the time we get there, it'll probably already be undead and rotting or whatever. So like realistic long term, probably going to be trying to build some sort of peg leg or leg replacement.
All right.
Oh, we can make you a clockwork leg.
So you guys all did mark off the food and water for the day of the day of camping.
Nope. We should probably have gotten some hunting done during that as well.
Yeah.
Corandir, see if he finds water. It really solves
Sure.
all of our problems.
Sure. Yeah. Corandir can go out and do some foraging.
The foraging.
No water though. But 1d6 plus your wisdom, times 2 for your background thing.
So
16
on the
food.
food.
At least you won't starve.
Yeah.
day after. It's now the day that you're going to head to Mama's Healing House. The corpse file, as calculated by Lucas, has moved south into the hex of the mushroom, leaving what seems to be a clear path to Mama's house.
Well,
Room.
it's raining, so let's see if Ixa can find us some water on the way. Well, Karandir navigates.
Ixa finding water?
Yes, you have the highest ability to find stuff.
Yeah, you're technically better than Silas at it.
But you have disadvantage in the sun, so it's your job when it's raining. But it doesn't matter. You didn't find water, and what food you found doesn't matter.
Okay, so wait.
Wasn't
I need
that
to roll-
Corndeer's roll?
Oh, yes, it was.
Yeah, so I need to
Never
roll
mind.
survival, right?
Yes. Never mind, it was also Ixa's roll.
Yes. You do find
Wow.
1d6 plus your wisdom and food. But you might as well roll, you know. Less food you have to buy later. But, especially when you get a 7 like that.
Yep. Did we have to get a crit to find water? Is that how it works?
Not a
About 20.
crit, but a 20 or better.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. One, 5. Okay. So, as you were traveling, as you were traveling through the rain, perception checks with disadvantage from boats 1 and 2. Boats, Canoe 6 and Undead Canoe 1. Okay, so Silas and Ixa, you both see a raft heading from the north, heading south. A raft with 4 people on them. They look like the members of the Faceless One tribe that you met before. The Vow of Silence people wrapped in head to toe. You see them, they don't seem to have spotted your canoes yet. If you want to try and hide or something. You've spotted them first.
Okay, if we wanted to try to hide, like, what are our odds of doing that?
It would be, you'd all roll stealth against their perception check from them.
Okay. Yeah, I guess the question was, it's actually feasible to do since we're on the boats, but okay. We don't have any.
Close.
Do we have any reason to not avoid contacting them or coming into contact?
They've been friendly to you so far.
but they're different from us.
Yeah, like, okay, I know we're short on water, so like if they had water to offer us, that'd be great. But I don't know if the odds are that seems unlikely. So I'm not sure that there's much we can get out of this. I guess Ixo would probably not be in a hurry to hide from them. Probably also wouldn't try to actually contact them in any way.
Okay. Silas, do you say anything or do anything?
No, I mean, like, he'll wave at them to be polite, I guess, but we all know they have a vow of silence, so there's no point in trying to strike up a conversation.
As you
But that's
pass,
his view anyway, I mean.
yes. As you pass, and wave and acknowledge, your mutual existences. One of them waves back and says, "Hello there."
Wait, one of them tall?
Well, that seems unlikely.
Well, this must be a test.
Hello?
Hello. I don't believe I've seen you around here before. You must be very careful. The corpse pile's just been through. There's still undead about.
Yes.
GM forgot that he's supposed to roll a special table when you're within 1 hex of the corpse pile, so you got us instead.
And who are you?
Does he have an accent?
He does, but I don't know if I can do one.
Would Lucas
okay.
recognize the accent?
Swamp.
Okay.
That's okay then.
Probably Cajun, but I can't do one of those, so I'm not gonna try.
That's probably for the best.
Probably, but
We don't
they
want to
sound like
offend
they're
any
from
listener.
Clink.
Yes. I will say it is the racist accent because there are white people who have that accent as well.
It's okay.
So me doing that would not be a racist accent.
Just
However-
clarify for the viewers in case you change your mind at some
In case I
point.
change my mind and attempt to do one later.
It's not racist.
Well,
But I'm not going to because I can't.
good, okay. We've got that settled. Oh yeah,
I'm
but
sorry,
they
what
sound
did
like
you
they're
ask?
from Clink, basically,
Um,
is what I asked.
No.
Lucas
they
will
do not
introduce
sound like
himself at length, and us as the Nilfenberg Cartographical Society. I know, and he knows that he's the only one here who's actually a part of it. But so far, that's been working out really well for us. So it's just become a habit for him to introduce that way.
Mhm.
And he asked who they were.
He says, we're not the faceless ones, I can tell you that.
Yes, I can hear that. So
We call ourselves just the others. We're related to them, but, we don't, my grandfather did not go for the vow of silence and was exiled and took his family and, well, now we live up here in the northern swamps.
well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I don't suppose you've got water supplies for sale.
You running low on water?
Just a small bit. If we ration, we'll be all right. But if you had some spare, we would purchase some.
They pull out. They've each got like some water. we're not too far from the village. If you want to trade, if you got something to trade, we can give you some water.
Will you take food?
Uh,
2 days food for a day's water?
make it 3.
All right. And 1 day's worth for one person is what we really need. So, with that, we should be safe. Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't suppose that you know anything about the corpse pile. We're out here trying to keep an eye on where it's going. It came. We had to move the village, and it's out of the area now, but we don't know where it's going or if it's going to come back.
No, it concerns me as well. But we don't really know exactly what the source of it could be. I thought about going to ask the Oracle, but we have pressing business on the other side of the swamp.
Oracle? I don't know nothing about an oracle.
Oh, well. I'll leave a message for you in Clink if we find anything that could be of value to you. Otherwise, hopefully we'll meet one another again.
Hmm. Yeah. If we do run into each other again, and if you are trying to do something about this corpse pile, I can. We can take you to see the shaman. My father, he knows a lot more about the swamp than anyone else in our tribe.
That would
our
be
family.
fantastic. Unfortunately, we do need to return to Clink. Our supplies are low, and my friend Kildrak has been badly hurt. So,
I see. Well, I hope that we run into each other again sometime.
as do I. What was your name?
My name is, Sir, I am a random encounter, so I do not have a prepared name.
Alright, you can be Rando.
Okay. I really wish that they gave me a list of, names for the people, in the book, so I didn't have to... I should have created a list, I understand, but I didn't. And unfortunately, every name that comes to me is not appropriate for their culture.
Well, they're a spin-off from a group that doesn't talk, and so probably doesn't have a spoken language, so I can't imagine that, you know, what would his name be? Like Snap Snap, or like Waves Two Fingers? However they would communicate with one another, they'd have to like figure out a way to say the gesture they make, refer to a person, right?
I suppose.
What's your name, buddy? Whoa, we're not that heretical.
Yes. I don't know. Yeah. He gives you a name.
Yeah, I wrote down Rando.
Rando. His name is Rando now. And yeah. And Rando and his companions go on their way. Late in the evening, you come to, you're getting close to Mama's Healing House, and you see you see as you approach, what you notice first are corpses, or like what were zombies but have been destroyed. Like body parts like floating in the water. It looks like some sort of battle took place here. You get a little closer, and you're starting to see that the like areas around her, like between the trees, have been filled in with like other fallen logs and very crudely implemented fortifications. And
Makeshift fence.
and more broken undead, and and when you and when your boats come in, you see Mama's sons, Droog and Ralk, and they're both holding like massive clubs that are all the business ends of which are all like matted with rotting blood, and Droog is all looks like he's been stabbed a bunch, and is kind of lagging behind, and Ralk roars a challenge as you approach.
We should probably stop. Hello! Lucas will shout from far away. Is Mama in?
And Ralk takes a few steps closer. Says, "You're not undead."
No! Well, one of our boats is, but it's fine.
Don't tell him that.
Ralk gets a little closer. And says, oh, I recognize you guys. Oh, you guys are good. Come in. There's been...
Thank you! Start approaching again.
Droog, friends have come. Friends?
What are friends?
Customers. Go tell Mama. Droog nods. Goes up to Mama's house. Ralk comes up and says, so many zombies. So many skeletons. It's like they would never end. Fought for 2 days.
Yes, we had a similar experience.
The corpse pile has moved away. Hopefully there won't be any more.
Do not know if something like that happens again. Mama will have to move. Mama can't be... We can't fight undead forever.
Yes, well, I think it's going to be something the community is going to need to examine soon. But somewhat sooner, we need Mama's help to examine Killtrack.
Oh yeah, and Bort.
Oh yes, and Bort.
He's all dying and shit.
Poor sick Bort.
He's a scum of disease that we have to scrape off the bottom of the boat.
So you Ralk pulls you up to the to the shore, and Agatha comes out of the house. Oh, Droog said customers. I didn't know it was be all of you again. Pleasure to see you.
Likewise. I'm afraid both of our dwarves require your assistance.
She looks over at
We've got 3.
first at Bort, who's like delirious in the boat, and then at Gildrak and Stumpleg. She says, "I see. She goes over to Bort first. He has quite the fever. What are his other symptoms?
Night terrors, mostly.
Delusional rambling.
It seems very familiar to what happened to another of our party. He had a mind tear.
Soul rot. That.
It was very unpleasant. I don't recommend it.
Indeed. The shaman of the shamans of the people, they know a way of curing this. They do not like to share it with outsiders. However, I understand the principles of their methods. I can do my best. If you think it's possible, I would recommend taking him to see one of their shamans. But time is short for him, especially with this fever.
We thought to turn back, but supplies were too low. I don't think any of us would have made it to Clink if we had.
Well, I should be able to. I will try. It will take some time. He will need to stay here under my care, and we will do what we can.
Thank you.
Now, Sir Dwarf. She turns to Gildrak.
Just call me Stumpy.
Yes, Stumpy. What can I do for you?
Is there anything you can do about a fucked up leg? By that I mean missing.
No, we've got the leg.
You've got the leg?
Yes, it's in this box.
Can I see it?
Is the box making noises?
Yes. As you pick up the box kicks you.
It seems that it's a zombie now.
The leg's even still moving.
That's a good sign,
Also,
I'm sure.
He probably doesn't pick up the box because he's only got one arm. She probably notices that there's another amputee
Yes.
who tries to pick up the box but only has one arm.
It's been a rough week or two.
I don't suppose you're going to ask me to reattach your arm as well.
No, I destroyed it.
I see. Well, I can't reattach something that isn't here.
If you have another arm, I'll take it.
I don't have a spare lying around, but if you happen to find one, I mean, you can probably find some out there in the lake, but you probably don't want them.
So, to be clear, are you saying that you can reattach this zombie leg, and that doing so would be useful.
She plops the box with the leg on it. Maybe. Let me take a look. She opens the box, and the leg is there. It can't really like get up on its own. It doesn't have like knee or things. You know, this isn't that bad. I can reattach this.
Will it still be usable?
Yes, it may take you some getting used to, but before long it will be as good as new.
And what will that take?
A favor.
Anything specific or just a
Have
favor
to eat
for
all
later?
my teeth.
A favor to be decided at a later date. Don't worry, it will be reasonable.
Kildrak is gonna like think for like a second and then be like, "Yeah, okay." But a person.
Bitch, I'm never gonna come back here.
Well, time is wasting. Stumpy, let's get started.
All right.
So
What do I need to do?
she takes you into she takes you into into her house. And she produces a sheet of paper, sheet of parchment, rather, with writing on it. And she asks you to make your mark on it.
Before he does, he's gonna ask one last thing. It's not gonna turn me into a zombie, is it?
No.
Okay, then he makes his mark, which I assume is a signature
Yes.
of some sort.
Unless he is illiterate, then he can, you know,
I don't
next.
I don't actually know if he is, but either way, he makes his mark. Yeah.
But you would have to be there. In D&D, everyone is assumed to be literate. So,
Okay.
used to be that you had, if you were a barbarian, you were illiterate unless you spent skill points to learn to read. But that is no longer the case either. But yes. So you sign the contract, and she tells you to lay down, and she says, "This will only hurt a lot. Here's something to bite on."
I think he knew that. And let's see, do I have any alcohol?
I'm sure you do.
Clean the injury site.
I have Jason's brew. Jesus, that's.
Well, you probably want to be somewhere else right now.
I think he's gonna like just quickly down a whole bottle of that and then take the bite thing and bite on it, while hoping that he gets hallucinations of like, I don't know, something pleasant.
Yes. Well, even with your dwarven resilience, if you drink a whole bottle, that's probably going to affect you a little bit.
Oh shit! Sorry.
You're gonna wake up with a different leg. Don't know what happened.
But yes. She begins work, and she fuses using magical methods unseen only by Kildrak, who was also hallucinating at the time.
Everything is magic now.
Yes. she uses some sort of fey magic to fuse the bones in your broken off leg to your existing, or to your still living bone, and she fuses the death and the life together, and the necrotic flesh on your severed leg boils off, and that would be excruciatingly painful, and it is. So you have a bad trip.
Damn.
Yes.
Also, I just want to say that I'm like kind of torn on this because on the one hand, it's great to have him functional again. On the other hand, really wanted Iron Man Dwarf.
Yeah, that'd been nice. Instead, you're gonna get something you didn't ask for.
Naturally.
Yes. But so everyone outside hears like some dwarf pain through like a biting thing. So like for a while. It's unpleasant.
There's some flinching.
Yes.
Someday that's gonna be me, I tell you.
But
Well, I mean, if you want to rip one of the arms off of our canoe, you can talk to her.
mhm.
Tell me if you see
Kildrak
another goblin.
Kildrak passes out from a combination of drinking an entire bottle of alcohol, a very strong alcohol, and being in extreme pain. But when he wakes up, he can feel his toes again. On the but they're kind of cold. And he sits up, and he has a foot on that leg that was ripped off, but just bone.
Hmm.
His bones are
Interesting.
there. Now he's just got a skeletal leg.
Looks down at it and he's like, oh, shit.
Mama says, "If you'd been here sooner, I maybe could have saved the flesh, but there you go.
Well, I mean,
It'll get
at
you
least I can
around.
walk again.
Get you around. Just wear a few extra socks. Stuff into your boot. It'll be fine.
Don't go in any churches.
I already don't.
Don't go in any
Uh.
churches. Watch out for watch out for paladins laying out divine smites.
Hmm. Hmm.
Well, you know,
Well-
he tolerated our undead canoe. Hopefully he'll tolerate our undead prosthetics. But
Well, he's also dead, so
Yeah. So, like, problem solved.
yeah, just
Uh,
don't
that's
get
not going to stop Lucas from quoting him from beyond the grave, tolerating our undead canoe anytime Kildrak gets in trouble. It's like, no, it's okay. A paladin of Primus said that undead are fine for canoeing purposes. So
For
this is
utility
clearly
purposes.
more important than that.
We're standing his definition.
Any sort of
I'll be right back.
transportation purposes, really.
Well, if you look at it in a certain way, the canoe is really just a big. The undead on the canoe are just a canoe prosthetic. So,
yes.
I mean, so like I don't think he's super duper surprised by this. He's a little annoyed, but not like, oh god, no, my foot, it's forever changed. He's just kind of like, oh, well, I guess that's what happens.
This is life now.
Yeah.
This is what I get
Like-
for coming to the fever swamp.
I guess I'll just have to keep shoes and socks on all the time.
Yes.
Maybe I'll make some metal something to cover it with. I don't know.
But also in there is now Bort, and Bort is being treated with some incense, and she's preparing several potions.
I think he's gonna like just gently pat Bort on the shoulder as he, I guess, leaves. I don't know, and I don't know if like she's showing him out or anything. And
she
wish
isn't
him
really,
luck.
but you know, she's like no longer paying attention to you.
Right. Just like wish him luck, even though he probably isn't paying attention or can't hear. I also don't think he's actually gonna thank Mama.
It's fine. I mean, the price you already signed away the your firstborn daughter, so you know.
Oh well. I mean, I'm in Fever Swamp. Not very likely, really.
Yeah, how many daughters are you gonna have?
That's true. If you die tomorrow, then you know, then won't she be the sucker?
Right?
But yeah. So while that was going on, like everyone else is able to, you make camp. And he comes out and does anyone want to ask him how his experience with Mama's healing was?
No.
I think they all heard how it was.
Yes.
Are you undead now?
Only slightly.
Good to know.
I will let... If you do decide to graft a new arm on, make sure it's fresh.
Right, bring them here alive.
Or, I guess not, depending on just how metal you feel like being.
Well, we'll have to decide when I see an arm I want.
No, we have special dispensation to use.
I'm whispering
undead
right
limbs.
now. I'm whispering right now.
I did not ask her if she could fuse metal to bone, though. I wonder.
Maybe. I thought about that. That'd be a fun project to make you like a clockwork leg or something, and well, we can cut your zombie leg back off.
I guess I could always sign over my second-born daughter, too.
Yeah. Filster thinks about it for a minute and remembers how large a goblin litter is, and he says, "No, that sounds okay."
But you imply that requires her to desire a goblin child.
I don't know,
So it's
maybe she
an-
wants, like, 10 of them or something.
Yeah, like maybe
Yeah.
maybe she's gonna say, well, individual goblin children are worth less, so you know, it's one dwarf daughter because that's incredibly valuable, or like 10 goblin daughters.
And then Felstiger has to make the argument that they're not inherently less valuable, you racist whore. It's the environment we raise them in. The pits are not conducive to a good upbringing for a child. When you just hurl the child into the hallway and it fends for itself, that most of them die. It's obvious. But if you nurture it and teach it to read and everything and feed it deliberately, then it could grow up to be just as good as anyone. I mean, I'm good. I'm fine. Right?
Well, we're not actually having this conversation, so I'm going to end this sidebar there.
Yeah, we'll have
It's
it later.
totally canon, though.
Totally canon in the conversation that would happen maybe if they were having that conversation, which they
Well,
aren't.
he was talking to Kildrak, and then he started just talking to himself still while leaning toward Kildrak, saying the thing.
Yeah, the talking to Kildrak part happened, yes.
No, all of it happened It's just Kildrak only heard the things that Filstiger was saying.
I see.
And Kildrak just stopped caring because he's been talking to Philsticker off and on for however many weeks now.
This is normal.
Yeah.
That'd be a good experiment for my first few children. I think I could set up a sort of a pen with idealized placement of food and little beds and things and mothers every so often. Yeah.
Jesus, Bort is not having a good time.
I'm not going to actually roll another con save for Bort. But,
Oh, he doesn't get more infected.
well, I mean, he's gonna be at Mama's until Sly can rejoin the game at some point in the future, which I don't anticipate to be next week. So, Mama's gonna heal him all the way up.
Drag him, don't put him in the player graveyard. Put him next to the player graveyard in the antechamber.
Yes.
It's purgatory.
Yes. Player purgatory. I don't really have room for that, so I'm just gonna put him over in missing in action. The right hand side. But and I'll have to, before Slag does rejoin us, I'll have to talk to him about how Bort is changed by this experience that you have elected to let him experience.
He has the dream sequence just like Kildrak did, except none of his friends are there.
He's gonna have a hell of a time killing that monster by himself then.
Instead,
Wickus
he
will be
just
there to
gets,
help him.
No, he gets a totally random group of adventurers, just pulled in from another campaign entirely.
We're very
No,
confused.
all the abandoned characters come together to help him, and Wickus is there, and that elf that
And Deathel
what
and
was that
Gump are
guy's
there.
name? No, they're dead. Oh, I'm trying to remember the name of the guy that we were going to school with that played in my terrible GURPS game for a little while, and a rock got dropped in his head after he shot an arrow at you, and you had the police take him off to jail. That guy's there.
Yeah. And Christine's character from Calvin's character from the Stone Age game. Since Calvin had to stop playing.
Core. Yeah, Core's there.
Yeah, Cora's there.
Wickus would do better actually in a setting where most of the enemies didn't have guns. Then
Yeah, he
having
could
two
stun
stun
him with
batons
his
isn't
magic
a
sticks.
dumb idea. Yeah, right.
Because those two shock batons, instead of being horrendously a bad idea, are suddenly now magic weapons.
No, out of
Until they run out of
curiosity,
charges.
if Kildrak hadn't become a half undead abomination,
Mhm.
and we
Hey,
had
hey,
wanted to
it's
design like a prosthetic of
Just one
striding and
drop
springing or
corridor.
something,
Mhm.
would that have been a thing we'd have been allowed to do?
Yes. It would. There would be steps involved.
Would it be similar to Boots of Striding and Springing, or harder, or easier?
I don't know how hard Boots of Striding and Springing would be.
They're an uncommon item, so not particularly challenging.
Yeah,
But we would have to go and find an appropriate set of components, and it would still be a little involved.
yeah, it would be.
I mean,
It would be at about the same level then.
Like my idea was truly that if Mama wasn't able to help, because I didn't actually expect her to have some weird fey magic thing, that Kildrak was then gonna spend some time focusing on forging up something, actually making a prosthetic that would do something rather than just be a stump.
Right.
But hey, she wound up having fey magic and just wanted a daughter, so
That is probably the worst way to summarize what happened to you possible.
I realized
Anyway.
that after I said it, but whatever.
All right. So, yeah, you camp outside Mama's house. And new day, same as the old day. Rainy again. Double time to clink.
Yep, fast as we can go.
Please, God, yes.
All right.
So, Ixa, the food and the water.
Right, 1 second. $13.
All right, that's food.
Not much, but better nothing.
And Quarandir, I need your navigation check. Are you going to go through Gump's Hollow or the unnamed but map text south of it? Doesn't really matter, but if you get lost.
Gums Hollow for sure.
Okay.
But we gotta pay respect to this grave.
Well, you're not getting
So
lost
that
at
he'll-
least.
Pay us a blessing.
I know, for reasons that Lucas can't fathom, the disappearance of Bort reminds him somewhat of Gum.
Yes. All right. Silas, give me a perception check with disadvantage.
All right.
There we go. All right. Silas, you see on the branch ahead of you, a nest of those giant venomous snakes.
Oh, well, I'd start rowing around them, or pushing the boat around them, I guess, and lean over to Kildrak to tell him about that as well, since he's running dangerously low on limbs.
Hey, I've got all my limbs again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.5.
Shh. It's more than Phil Sticker.
This
And
is
that's
true.
what counts. No, I
Oh
think,
man, what if I
he's
took
gonna
one of those
like,
snakes back to her?
I think he's gonna like mutter something about blasted snakes biting people, and pass the message on so that we can route around them.
Mm-hmm.
As you're going around them, one of the snakes comes down, slithers down the tree and into the water.
They swim now? Jesus.
They're swamp snakes. They all swim.
Yeah, that's Kildrak though.
Yes.
I
And
mean,
it's-
like I definitely know that they swim. Freaking moccasins.
And so you know, one of these crocodile-sized water moccasins is swimming towards Silas's boat.
Hey, did Kildrak see that or someone else?
Yeah, Kildrax. Once Silas pointed it out, you both see it.
Okay. Hey, Silas, you got one coming for you.
Will I actually jump up into the boat and attack people?
Maybe.
They're big enough they don't need to.
Okay, well, he's gonna take the pike and start, like, slapping the water in its direction.
Alright. Make an intimidation check.
Let me see. Somehow I don't actually have anything in that at all.
Meanwhile, I've got a +7. Maybe I should be
Shit.
the one slapping the water.
Okay. Yeah. So, when you first slap the water, it, like, bares its fangs and, hisses, but as you, like, continuously do this, it just, like, slowly backs its way away, still facing, like, you know, the pike,
Mhm.
as if it is, as if it is the, you know, creature, and it backs off, and then disappears under the water.
It's a duel of wits. If the snake wins, you have to let it eat you.
You have defeated this encounter with a roll of 1 swamp snake.
Good.
And with that, you are able to make it through Gumps Hollow, and finally, after very nearly a month of travel, you return to something approximating civilization. The village of Clink. Yay, Clink.
Yay! Woo!
Did everyone move out while we were gone?
Yay.
No, because fortunately the corpse pile never made it this far. Because if the corpse pile ever made it to Clink, I think this area turns interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for now, Lucas would like people to help him carry all of this treasure back to the church, and to so that we can tell the priest that it's safe to come out because Jasmine is dealt with, and then ask him how we deal with a literal tidal wave of undead.
I think Kildrak is going to go get just so drunk.
That's fair. Is anyone going to help Lucas, or is he just going to be like dragging this sack through the streets?
Fuck, I'll help.
Thanks.
Filsticker needs to.
Filsticker grabs half of it. Only half.
Which, considering he only has one arm, is, like, more than his fair share.
Oh, Lucas, I have to be on this side.
Alright.
Alright. So, who all is going to visit the priest?
It looks
Just-
like
just
Lucas and
Lucas.
Filsticker.
Yeah, I mean, if they can both carry it between the two of them, then no one else needs to.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Lucas has like 13 strength. He can probably just take it. It's just weird.
Yeah. Maybe the priest has a good arm. Filsticker will go.
Yes. So, you return to the church, and the church looks very different than when you left it nearly a month ago.
Oh.
It is no longer boarded up. It is
It's now a smoldering ruin.
no. It's the boards have been removed from the windows, and the door is closed, but it's because it is late. But the windows are no longer barred. You can see inside.
Lucas will still knock.
You hear Nicholas's voice, the priest. He calls out, "Come in."
Lucas will open the door.
The door is
Come on in.
The door opens, and you see the inside of the church. It looks like it has been put back together and recently cleaned, and it looks like you would expect a small, one. Like, it's not like one room, and then it's got Nicholas's private room in the back. So it's like a small, very small church. The altar is set for rituals, whatever the rituals of the religion of Primus practice.
Crossword puzzles. No, I'm sorry, Sudoku.
Yeah, Sudoku seems more appropriate. Ritualized Sudoku.
It's always the same one.
Well, there's a different one for every day of the year. No, every day of the Primus calendar. You get extra hard ones on the holidays.
There are 100 days in the year.
Anyway, he turns to you. Ah, Lucas. People were starting to fear the worst after you all ran off into the swamp, chasing Jasmine.
We did find her. There was a battle. Unfortunately, Sir Auric didn't survive, but neither did Jasmine.
Oh.
We were able to recover your stolen items, however. So say it. Hand them over.
Stolen items.
Yes.
He looks at the gold, silver, religious items. These relics and things, and he says, "Oh, these must be from a temple in Nilfenberg. This is, I will gladly send them along. If Jasmine had these, she must have stolen them from someplace else. These are far too rich for little wooden
Perhaps.
church out here in the sticks."
Well, yes, I suppose that would be in order.
I thank you very much for recovering them. I will, of course, send them along back to the church with news of Sir Auric's death, of course, but also the slaying of the witch. It will be good for them to know that the cult seems to be mostly broken. I have had many people come and
That's
Complain that no one
good.
was meeting
forgiveness for their interactions with the cult, or claim to have had nothing to do with it.
Yes. There may still be some stragglers.
Of course.
Best keep an eye on people, particularly characters who may have been missing over the past 30 days or so.
Sloan,
I would like to.
mean?
I do. He has formally renounced, and I'll be keeping an eye on him. But I have a request to make of you.
Yes.
Would you perhaps send for someone from the church who is perhaps somewhat more knowledgeable to collect these items? There's been a few mysteries that we've uncovered so far in our cartographical expedition that are concerning. That I would like to speak with. I should like to speak with someone from the church about, if possible.
Which things?
Oh, you know, the Well, there's no way to put this, Father, that isn't going to be unsettling. So, would you perhaps perform a brief invocation unto Primus?
He does so.
There seems to be a somewhat literal tidal wave of undead crashing about the swamp.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah. And a Catablithas. That one needs dealing.
I would estimate it is several miles wide and solid.
That thing's tearing up.
Gods
the swamp.
above. That is horrible news.
So perhaps
He doesn't even know what to do with this information of a tidal wave
my
of
hope
undead.
would be that these relics that we're returning should lend some credence to our story, and that perhaps the Pope himself may hear of this.
I will send a letter with this information. That is the best I can do is send the letters, but I will send several.
There is another matter of similar import. It would seem
Similar
that-
import to a tidal wave of undead.
Potentially. Jasmine was able to locate some sort of dark ritual site before she was dispatched that she was convinced was the body of a dead god. We weren't able to approach it ourselves, but it may be worth the church establishing a permanent defensive garrison there.
You will need to tell me everything you know, and we will.
A being which never lived, it was guarded by the still.
Of course,
Pilfer just starts rambling crazily, of course.
I'll create a copy of my journal entry for that time period for you to send along, as well as the maps we've created of the swamp so far.
Yes, of course. We'll let us work together on this, and we will inform.
So Primus commends.
Yes.
The wood was fused to their flesh.
And,
They stomped on our boats.
That did happen, but isn't as important as the other two.
With
Who's to
the
say the
grace of
church
Primus,
could guard
I
it
hope
better than those
the
beings?
Pope
Oh,
himself
my.
will hear of these things, and I pray that something will be done about it.
Primus would not allow such a thing to go unchallenged. It is the nature of order. Our superiors will know what to do. We must put our faith in them as we do him. Right, Father?
That is correct. And so,
Yes.
and so Lucas and Nicholas are going to go and start crafting their letter, in exacting ways.
Filsticker continues to ramble things at them and be ignored. about how
Filsticker is
he-
not being
he too
ignored.
must consult.
Phil Sticker's comments are being kept on a separate sheet and will be collated for inclusion. As
He
Phil,
will consult
statement from
this
Phil
long-
Sticker, local goblin shaman.
You say it's the position of order to disrupt what's been done already? Shame on you. That's hypocritical.
That one will not be included. Nothing that would incriminate Phil Sticker will be included.
Oh, thank you, that's nice.
Very good. Yes. So, I think okay. So, the party gains for recovering her entire collection of Nilfenbergian religious items. That's 4,000 XP to be divided amongst you.
So,
Wow.
Are there 6 or 7 of us?
That's a good question.
May I suggest that we at least give Bort enough to get him to the next level for when he returns?
Bort was here for most of the recovery.
I'd say that board should probably be counted.
Okay, I'm comfortable with that. So, 571 each.
That puts Bort at 2278.
I have 3199.
What'd you say it was each?
It's right
It's written down.
It's right there in the chat.
571.
Oh, so close. So close.
Yes. So for everyone to know, you hit 4th level at 2,700.
I'm 3 XP away.
Oh.
Oh, you poor baby. I got it, yeah.
Wait. We still have a few things to sell.
That's true. So actually, you will get it.
We still have. Let's see, 125 plus 40 is 165 plus 12, 177. $177 gold worth, so 25 XP or each by the look of it more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What was it?
It's 25 more.
25 more?
What was
I'm
it
selling
for?
these we found some daggers, short swords, and short bows on some zombies that you guys killed at one point.
Yep.
And after selling them to Daniel.
Oh, wait, that was before sale, so half of that. Sorry.
Okay.
And same in gold, I guess. So 12.5-ish gold.
Right. So not 25, but
So at like 12?
yeah, 12.
1264.
Whoa, I leveled up again.
Oh, wait, 1264 what?
Gold.
Oh, 12.64. Okay. I
Yeah,
see.
sorry.
I was like, wait, what? How did we get 1,200 gold?
No, that would have
Yeah,
been great.
That's the gold each of us gets, or
Yeah.
The gold and the XP. You didn't get the 25, you got the 12.
Sorry. Forgot to have that one.
Oh, I see. Okay, so 31, 12, so 3190. Okay, and 62 gold. Okay.
so wait, the total gold we got was the 12.
Yes.
Yeah.
From those, okay, cool.
We didn't keep the church money because we thought it belonged to this guy
Stupid
specifically.
Church. Yeah.
And you can't just be like, oh no, we're not returning your stolen property.
Wait,
It's, you know,
no,
off the
yeah,
road.
I know. I should have rolled deception. Like, wait, we're all becoming clerics. We need those.
We're all multi-classing into cleric.
We're really getting into this Primus thing. You know, gears and stuff.
We need
Mortgages.
the sense of order to contrast with our life of chaos in the swamp.
Yes.
As we go about, mapping and bringing order to the chaos, we've really come to identify with Primus.
I can build fucking holy symbols, old man.
Right.
Well, you know, an NPC died, and that's obviously going to change the shape of our party.
Yeah. He had such an effect on us with his being
Existing.
killed immediately by her and frowning a lot and making mean faces.
So are we safe to level up?
Yes, because there's going to be a long rest.
Hey, I get a wisdom back.
Yes. So there's a long rest. You everyone's you know, all your shit gets refreshed. Those of you who have sufficient XP to level up may level up.
Philsticker catches a toad at some point over the next couple days,
Okay.
and he's gonna stick that toad in the burned up and exploded pocket of his pants, like tie it up there,
Okay.
or I don't know, stick it with a needle and paralyze it or something, and then spend 10 gold pieces on all the crap he needs to do find familiar to get Splicter back.
All right. So what does it look like when you cast Find Familiar? Because you didn't actually cast it the first time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he found me, but it's okay. He's Philsticker's non-conventional modern goblin. So, Philsticker leaves the paralyzed frog in the burned ruins of his old pants. The site where Splicter left this world, and hopefully, tantalized by the scent of fresh toad, he can find his way back here. As well as, you know, the weakening of the boundaries between the planes due to the copious number of candles and that hopefully don't go out because it's raining. Maybe Philsticker also buys a parasol. That might be a necessary piece of ritual gear.
Yeah.
That goes into that 10 gold. Yeah. So, parasol, candles, toad, burned pants, and he's, I'm imagining, I don't know, Splicter, like,
Yeah,
emerges.
I have
and-
something for that. So
Okay, cool.
So as your spell finishes, the paralyzed frog is like lying on its back. It starts like twitching, even though you've paralyzed it thoroughly. And just like its mouth opens, and you see the clawed hands of Spilter's true form, and he just like stretches its mouth out wider than even the frog's mouth normally would comfortably go, and he crawls and he just like squeezes out of the toad's mouth, till he's standing there next to it, and the toad is still alive, yet like totally horribly fucked up by this by this mouth birth.
I imagined it as deflated.
Yeah. Yes. And Spilter turns to you and like, "What took you so long?" And then he grabs the deflated toad and bites its head off.
Aha, good. You know, the swamp.
So you couldn't have summoned me while you were still in the swamp? He takes another bite of the toad.
No, they didn't have any candles.
Well, maybe you should get some candles. They're not very expensive.
I've got candles now.
Well, I didn't want to... Look, it's not fun when I'm not around you guys.
Philsticker is carefully putting out all of the candles and storing them away for later use.
I don't even know where I came from, because, like, you gave me, like, apparently I'm a demon, but I'm not really, so I don't, am I in the abyss? Am I in Grandfather Rot's nose? I don't know.
Nose.
Nose? Yeah, well, it's kind of boring up there. There's no
The
one to
extra
talk to
di-
but
the-
scumbots.
Yeah, the extra dimensional realm of his nose. Well, now you're back, and
Well, what I
does
missed?
does Grandfather Rot want fingers?
I would
Philsticker
rather
like
Rot
holds
want
up his one
fingers.
hand and like shows or like folds his two fingers back.
Why would Grandfather Rot want fingers?
Some of the people told us he wants their fingers to protect them from that Olma.
That doesn't sound right, but...
I know.
Magic's weird. Maybe he needs fingers.
Why would he want? I don't think he wants fingers.
Or maybe he needs fingers for the old magic. I don't know.
Whatever. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, I'm hungry. He takes another bite.
And I've got to go level up.
As you're familiar, I'm probably supposed to help you with that.
Philsticker puts his one remaining hand over his other eye.
No, you're not ready for that yet.
Oh. Also, I need you to help me find a new arm.
Now that I can do.
We met a witch in the swamp who can put an arm on me. But it needs to be fresh.
Well, you don't want my arms, they're too small. So, yeah, I know what you're thinking. No.
Okay.
Also, I'm attached to these.
I could just turn the entire familiar into an arm.
I object.
Can't
What?
hear me, Splinter.
Hey.
I'm real.
You could take that Lucas guy. He's pretty buff. He's got like a 13 strength for a wizard. That's really weird. He don't need both his arms, right?
Oh no, because he uses a crossbow. Plus,
You
I
can
don't
use
want
one
a-
like foot. Okay, fine.
I don't want a human
Cartography
arm.
is
I want
probably
like a
hard.
crocodile's arm.
It's really hard to do cartography with one arm too, so
You're right, Silas. Thanks for coming out here with.
no, that was me. Silas is buying a water skin because he fundamentally misunderstood how they worked.
Oh, good idea. That's what I gotta do. I gotta go buy water skins. Philsticker will run back into town to buy water skins to the rest of this party. He's got a toad again and no pants.
He's just running around with no pants now.
He used them in his magic ritual. He needs to get new pants.
Everyone in town agrees that he needs to get new pants.
I'm dry. Stop stopping me to tell me I need new pants.
So, to clarify, because it is from Unearthed Arcana, are you allowing find vehicle listed there?
Ooh. Let's see. Duration 8 hours, casting time 10 minutes. You summon a vehicle that assumes the form of a non-military land vehicle of your choice. Vehicles. Okay, yeah. While driving the vehicle, you're considered to be proficient. You add double your proficiency bonus to abilities related to driving it. Spells that target yourself can also target your vehicle. When your vehicle drops 0 hit points, it disappears. You can't have more than one vehicle bonded by this spell at a time. As an action, you can release it when it causes it to disappear. Let's see. 3rd level spell, water vehicle, large enough to carry 5th or 6th. Air vehicle, large enough to carry 10. 7th level or higher, you can conjure any type of vehicle.
So this is a spell that I'm probably not going to get good use out of until we lose all of our boats at 5th level, but it has some other uses. Like there will be times when wanting to conjure like a cart or something could be handy, or I don't know if you would have it come with like animals to pull it if it was a chariot, but that's probably not going to come up either. This is mostly to get Summon Celestial Canoe when I can prepare it as a 3rd level spell.
Right. Yeah, that's fine for me. I'll allow it.
Okay.
The 8-hour duration seems a little limiting.
Well, it would be enough to travel for a day, and we'd have to make camp without it, and then the next day I'd have to cast it again. But it would be enough that
Yes.
in an emergency.
Yeah. Be enough traveling for an emergency. I don't.
I mean, it's
I
no
don't know
Phantom
you-
Steed.
I don't
It's
think-
probably not.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to come up, but it's a very Lucas sort of thing to have at this point in his life. Be well, like I should get working on this spell.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that. It's certainly something that, if you have to abandon another canoe to stilt walkers or something, in a pinch, and simply having that as an option.
And
Having that as a card
a
to pull.
non-military land vehicle could include like a caravan. So in the worst case scenario, it can be used to make shelter as well. It's a good utility spell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can take it.
All right. Thank you.
So, I think this has been brought up before, but I don't remember what the was. The spell Guiding Hand. Is that?
I don't know that spell.
Here, let me link it. I think it's
It
actually
makes a
under
quest
attack
marker.
but-
Do you have that? Oh, you linked it in the Discord. Okay. Page doesn't seem to be loading. Can you just copy the spell description? Oh no, my connection to the server has been interrupted. Oh no, I've lost internet. Okay, well I guess I'm gonna just stop recording and figure this out. I am back now though, and so is the recording.
Welcome back.
So I was wondering
You should
why
have kept in the
no one
part
was
about you going, God damn it, router, god damn it.
Yeah, I turned off the recording for that part, but I did, because I had to go and crawl over onto the ground and unplug the router and plug it back in and then wait, and then it looked like it failed, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to try again, and then it spontaneous, and then just as I was about to give up and try and power cycle it again, I heard Creator talking.
Yeah, damn routers. Nobody understands them.
Question: do our miasma checks happen when we go to sleep, when we get up, or sometime in between?
They're supposed to happen. I know I've forgotten a few days, but they're supposed to happen when you take your short rest. So they are happening sometime during the night.
So if I've used human determination the previous day, I use human determination, we make camp, a miasma check is rolled. Can I use it on my Constitution save? Because it recharges on a short rest.
Yeah, it's in the chat.
No, it's in the chat.
Yep.
Human determination. This is the feat.
Yep. I'm 4th level now.
Yeah. When you make an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, you can do so with advantage. Once you use this ability, you can't use it again until you finish a short or a long rest. Okay, so your important question is the miasma check officially before
At the beginning,
or
yeah.
I will say that it is at the beginning of the short rest.
That really weakens this, but oh well.
But hey, if you happen to have not used human determination, and get pegged for a miasma check, you can have advantage on it.
That's fair enough. And if you decided the other way, it would be a case of if you happen to have had to make a miasma check, you won't get the advantage on your mapping that day. But it seems like something Lucas should have as part of his mapping focus. So we'll see if it saves his life or if it's only going to save us missing a day of mapping.
Right. Yes. So, okay, I haven't actually looked at Guiding Hand yet because I had that internet trouble. I'm going to do that now. So Guiding Hand, you create a tiny incorporeal hand in an unoccupied space you can see. I believe we had the discussion about this.
We
this
did.
spell
I just don't
before.
remember like what the verdict was.
Yeah. I believe that we decided that this was not within the spirit of the Fever Swamp because it sort of makes like getting lost on navigation checks, which admittedly is already pretty near impossible with a ranger.
Right. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, but yeah, it also like I would
No,
prefer
I just
you not.
like I said. No, I just thought I'd check because I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
I wasn't like tied to it or anything.
It isn't exactly game breaking, but it does kind of like make the whole
It
navigation.
yeah, it gets rid. It ruins a whole mechanic.
Yeah. So, I imagine that some of you are still thinking about your level ups, but
Yeah.
I do think that we can probably go ahead and just end the session here. I will say that there'll probably be a little bit of time spent in Clink at the beginning of next session. I imagine Philsticker's going to go and visit Eliwick at least.
Oh yeah.
And we'll see what other stuff has happened in Clink since you've been gone, and Sloan will be reuniting with his family. But yeah, and then, but just to give me some sort of idea, for next session, does anyone have anything that they're planning on doing in town that I should think about ahead of time?
No.
And,
Well,
Hmm.
I wanted to do something that's more flavor.
mhm,
Like the mechanic is already in place, so it's not going to change anything that Kildrak already does.
mhm.
But I want to turn his battle axe into a guitar as well.
Okay. We'll talk about that next time then.
Sure,
Um,
because I mean that's already how his focus is his axe already.
right, because of the sword thing.
Yeah, yeah. So like it's not going to actually change anything.
I guess my question is for like what I need to think about for next time. Kind of comes down to Lucas. Are you planning on waiting in Clink for your letter to the Pope to be responded to? Or,
How long would it take a letter to get from here to Nilfenberg?
Probably a week to get there. I think that's what I figured. It was like two weeks to, and it was like 2 weeks and a couple of days for Sir Auric to respond to your original letter.
3, 4, 5, 6. Or hold on. 5, then I'm just going to do some quick math, but no, I think we'll probably head out and come back. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We can get out, map the Catobla Pass, or kill the Catobla Pass, map a couple of hexes we need to complete our highway, and be back inside of 2 weeks, inside of 13 days. That gives us a bit of leeway to be waiting when the Pope's message arrives. Gives us a bit of time to chat with people if we run into things. If we're thinking 2 weeks is a hard minimum, then we can make a small modification on our return trip. We can go, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Which of those does Lucas think is the most appropriate itinerary? Does 16 days seem like the Pope might be standing there looking annoyed that we're not back? Is 13 days safer, or do I think like 20 days is a real effective minimum?
20 days is a more realistic minimum. If his letter is going to get to the Pope, it's probably going to go through several layers of bureaucracy.
Well, it's going to get to someone who is presumably going to send some sort of reply. Whether it's the Pope or not, we should be there for it.
Yeah. 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 You probably don't want to go as long as 20 days. But
all right, well, we can cut off one of these 2 hex mappings if it's feeling like a big deal. But this seems like a decent itinerary. I'll mark the return trip in a different color.
Is it? Sorry. Would it be reasonable to be able to find someone selling some scale mail in Clink?
yeah. I mean, realistically,
probably
no,
salvaged some
but
also,
I'm not.
but-
But Clink is also the only place in the area that you're going to be able to buy stuff. So, yes.
And I mean, I'm just looking for basic scale mail, nothing special to it or anything. I just want to actually get a bit of an upgrade on my AC.
Sure.
Okay.
If you've got the gold set aside for it, then
Yeah, I do, because it's 50. I don't know if there's markup or anything past that, but
no. If you're any sort of basic adventuring gear, someone will sell it to you in Clink.
okay. So I'll mark that off and. I mean, I guess I can try to sell my hide armor.
Yeah. You can probably sell it for, half of the list value.
Okay, so 5 then. Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll just mark that stuff.
But all right. So that's going to be the session for this week. Thank you all for playing. This was a weird session.
It was. But thank you for running it, and I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey.
Well, my armor class has been 1 higher all along.